everyone.
Hello!
And welcome to Kirsty and Bryony's Comfort Zone.
I am Kirsty.
I am Bryony, and we will be diving into each other's dreams and trying to work out what the heck.
What the heck?
Believe me, today mine is a big what the heck.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I've been warned that there's a lot of piss.
There is. It was literally the dream I had last night, so this is very fresh.
Fresh
fresh.
piss.
Fresh pee. The
Lovely.
best kind of pee, maybe.
Oh my goodness. Wow, how have you been, my love?
I've been okay.
You've been good? You've been good?
Yeah, I had a really relaxing day yesterday where I went out for a little walk. I've been cat sitting for the last 2 weeks. 4 different cats. And on the way back from my last visit to the catos yesterday, I was like, I could just walk straight home, or I could just take a little trip to the woods. And I decided to just have a silly little walk for my silly little mental health. And it was actually really nice.
Aw, that's good.
That's took nice. A bunch
that's
of
like the
worms
best thing.
With me.
Oh yeah. You took a bunch of lovely pictures too.
Yeah, little worm pictures.
Little
I just
worm
thought
friends.
On my way out, I was like, I'm just going to fill my pocket with a variety of worms, and then if inspiration strikes, I've got them there. And it did. It was nice.
I love how you carry a pocket full of worm on a string or a pocket full of googly eyes. That is just you just the best know. Kind of preparation.
Some people have things like plasters and yeah. No, me, googly eyes.
It's googly eyes. That's the most important thing. Yeah. Just put them on all of the emotional wounds and bam, you're healed.
Turn that scar into a smiley face with googly eyes. It's fixed. Yay! The healing process has begun.
Perfect.
How have you been?
I've been pretty good. Pretty good. I went to Bristol at the weekend and I had a lovely time, and I have been back since, and now I'm back into my silly little routine.
Yay. Wait, no? Bad. Wait.
Bad because not in Bristol?
Bad.
Oh dear. But yeah, no, I'm just getting back into the swing of things really, and I've been having dreams. They've been weird. Like my dreams have, I feel like I say this every week. My dreams have been very few and far between. And when they happen, they're just weird.
Yeah.
They're just very strange. But I have one that I recorded. It involves Silas. It's another Silas dream.
Classic Silas.
The lovely Silas, who we have had on as a guest to yell at him for the horrible things he does to us in our dreams. And I have, in fact, yelled at him already for this one. The day after it happened, I went on Discord and I was like, Silas, I have a bone to pick with you, sir. And he went, oh no, what have I done? And I was like, I had a dream. And he went, oh boy, here we go. So yeah, but you'll find out. But yeah, doing pretty good. I would love a little walk to the woods. I think little unplanned trips to the woods are just the best. They're so nice.
Yeah. When you just it was just such a nice sunny day. It wasn't too. I love spring sunny. Summer sunny is a bit too much for me. I sort of turn into a puddle, an angry puddle. So as soon as it gets to full on summertime. But when it's spring sunny, oh, it's just so nice.
Yeah,
just
spring sunny is my favorite for sure. It's just the best time. It's not too hot. It's a little bit breezy, but it's really lovely and bright.
Yeah.
It's just the best. It is the best. I wish I lived a little bit closer to the woods. I used to when I lived with my parents, but now not so much.
Yeah, I grew up you could see the woods from our house. So going to the woods is I guess that's always been relaxation for me. It's just, it's the woods aren't so big near us that you are ever really away from houses, but it feels like you are. Like, it's just so much nicer than just going for a walk around streets.
Yeah, exactly. The little woods by you are really lovely. Yeah, I grew up near woods too, and I would always go for lovely long walks, like with the doggy. And it was so nice. I've been tempted to just drive back there and go for a big walk, honestly.
You should drive back to Bristol and go to, oh my gosh, what if we went to Goblin Combe together?
Oh my God.
What if we went Goblin Combe?
What if we went to Goblin Combe together? Let's do that.
Yay!
Let's do that.
I'll take a pocket full of worms.
Yeah, and don't forget the googly eyes.
Yeah.
It'll be perfect. It'll be the perfect day.
Oh, maybe I should go back to the woods with googly eyes and just put googly eyes on everything. I want to do that now. I'd never thought of that before.
Have another day off and go to the woods and put googly eyes on everything.
That's the funny thing is, like, I did 2 streams and I edited until about like 10 at night or something, but I still felt like I had a day off. That is like the power of the walk.
That does not sound like a day off. Yeah, the walk helps.
It really felt like I was like, oh, I've had such a day off today, even though I actually worked for most of the day, because the walk was just that good.
Yeah.
Get into nature.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Touch grass.
Touch tree. Touch grass.
Touch flower. Lick a stone. Kiss a tree.
Yeah.
Stick your finger in a hole of nature.
Stick your finger in the hole of nature.
Good. Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't stop at touching grass. That's the beginning phase.
That's just the first part. Touch everything. And then put googly eyes on it.
Yeah. Who shall dream first? What do you feel? What did you, Xylus or Piss? What are you in the mood for?
Well, that's a good question. Well, you posted your dream first in our little conversation. So should we go for you first?
Yeah.
You won. You were on the ball.
Okay.
Okay.
I just apologize. I'm sorry. That's all I have to say. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe,
it might not be too bad. Who knows?
We'll see. Okay.
We'll find out.
3, 2, 1, go. So I had this dream and it had 2 parts to it. And I've no idea how they fit together, but it kept going like back and forth between them. And one of them was that I was back at uni and I shared a dorm room with Spiff. And maybe someone who was meant to be Kirsty, but it wasn't Kirsty, but it was like the 3 of us had our beds all in like a row, like how we have them in Kirby Craft. And I just was like really underprepared. I hadn't brought like pots and pans and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I just don't have anything. And I remember that I was really focused on just wanting to set up a projector in our room because I was like, oh, imagine if we could have movie nights. That'd be really nice. Like we could all watch films together. But the other part of the dream was that my mum had adopted a panda and it was like huge, like pandas are, but I could still pick them up. And the panda was always wearing a nappy and they would just wee everywhere. And so the first time I saw them in the dream, they were just weeing everywhere and I was like, oh my gosh, and I was trying to clear it up, but it was just like a hose pipe. It just kept on coming. And then I went to uni and then it cut back to I was stood in my parents' hallway, although it was nothing like my parents' house, but it was meant to be their hallway. And the panda was just like lying on the floor and I was like, oh my gosh, you've not been out in a while. You need a wee, don't you? So I picked up the panda trying to carry them outside. And as soon as I picked them up, it just started spraying wee everywhere. And I was next to the bathroom, so I put them in the bath. And it was like, I slid them down and they were just weeing all over themselves in the air. So I was like, oh my gosh, I tried to like pick them up and like move them up a bit. But the whole time I was just getting covered in wee. I was like, why are you like this? And the panda was just like, I was like, so yeah. What the heck? What the heck does that mean? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
There you go.
There we go. Oh my god. So it was Panda Wee.
It was Panda Wee. But the panda, I mean, I didn't mention this in the recording, but the panda had I can't think how to say this without saying it. The panda had like a massive penis. But like, not like a panda one, like just a full-on human wanger.
Oh my god!
And it was just pee everywhere. Because
Jesus
pandas
Christ.
actually have very small, comparatively. That's one of the reasons they're so bad at making the babies. Machen sie lieber is because there's just not much to go on, so to speak.
Oh my god!
Whereas this panda, oh boy. But I think I know why. I think...
You think you know why he had a penis?
Yeah. I think it's because
right.
of the...
Wait, this was last night, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I know why he had a penis.
Yeah, it's Boba's fault.
It's Boba's fault.
Boba's fault.
It's Boba's fault.
For making smutty Stardew fan art appear on my timeline. And I think as that was one of the last things I saw before I went to bed, it slipped in there, so to speak.
Oh my god!
And appeared in my dream. Because thinking back, it was quite similar to that picture. So thank you, Boba, for that little gift in my dream world.
Thanks, Boba.
Thinking back to it as well, there are various things that I can piece together that I hadn't pieced together at the time. So Spiff,
right.
I've been watching a lot of the Civ playthroughs at the moment, so Spiff being there makes sense. I've been hearing a lot of Spiff. My friend, who I saw last weekend, she said that she was, her and her boyfriend got like a van that they're doing up for like a traveling van. So they've put like a little like stove and beds and that sort of stuff in there. And she showed me a picture of they had set up a projector in it. So I think that's why I was just thinking about movie nights and projectors.
Right.
The other thing was, the other day, Alex and I spur of the moment was just like, I really want this particular cheese. I just want it. It was Cathedral City have started doing like a vegan cheese. I just really wanted it. So I was like, do you know what? We're just going to walk to the big shop for our evening walk. It was one of those really nice evenings where it was like 8 o'clock, but it's still light. Mm-hmm. And it's just like that nice, quiet level of like still being day, but sort of being night. And so we were like, let's just walk to the big shop. Let's go crazy. Let's just go to the big shop. So we walked to the big shop, and whilst we were there, I was like, do you know what? I really fancy like cheap noodles. Like I wasn't sure if super noodles were vegan, so we ended up getting the even cheaper than super noodles, cheap like own brand noodles. And we went out to this comedy gig the other day, and then when we got back, we were like, it's quite late. Let's just have the cheap noodles. So because that's the sort of thing I used to have when I was a student, I think that's why I was at uni in the dream, because my brain has gone,
God. Okay.
The time of cheap noodles, university, back to university. So I think there are like so many different tiny elements from across the week that have just amalgamated. And I remember
it sounds like
the house that was supposedly my parents' house, everything was very like pastel color. Like my parents they're very much like paint your walls white, make your room look bigger sort of thing. Whereas this house was like pastel green walls and a pink carpet and all this stuff. And I think it's because of that Wes Anderson meme that's been going around, where people are like,
the TikTok one.
Where people are like, you better not try and make our day out like a Wes Anderson movie. And then it's all of those like, I was watching a few of those the other day because Lydia posted one on her holiday. So I think it's just all of these tiny things. You know, you've got the Wes Anderson meme, you got Civ Spiff, you got massive cock boba, and it's all just combined into
Massive cock
it's just
boba.
combined. The only thing I don't know is where the panda came from. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, where could he have
I
come
literally
from?
fall asleep every night cuddling my massive cuddly toy panda. Okay, that's not a mystery at all.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that is not a mystery. That's kind of it.
So it just turned
Damn.
panda
Where's it? Jeez.
but penis? Question mark.
Panda, but penis. I see. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've bloody nailed it. It's just everything, everywhere, all
in
at
one
once.
dream.
All in one dream.
Well, what do you know? But why was there so
Jeez.
much piss? Kirsty, why?
Well, because it was a variety dream.
Yeah, because it's me.
Oh yeah.
You know, so many times I think about that guy. Was it like the Reddit post about the guy who was like, "Oh, I joked about like having a pee fetish so much that now I've got one," and I'm like, "Is that my future?"
Oh my god.
Please no, I don't want this.
Please. Oh
There just
my
seems to be so
God.
much pee all the time.
You just always dream about
I'm
pee.
gonna look up
Always. Have we? Yeah, look it up in the book. I don't know if it'll be in there. It might be.
ablutions. Wait, what's the word for maybe body?
Body?
Body, blood, hair, stomach, teeth. Nope.
Urine.
Womb, urine.
Aha.
Urine in a dream often indicates our feelings about emotional control. We may either yield to emotion or bottle it up. How we deal with urine often also tells us a great deal about our own sexuality.
Why is it always sexuality? Every time.
I mean,
there was a big
it really
penis.
was. It was obscene. I wonder what panda means. I don't think panda will be in here, actually. I think panda is maybe too specific. Maybe bear? Yeah.
Bear? I think you've nailed it, though. I think it's just because you go to bed, like, with a big
I
panda.
do. He's called Pan. Well, technically, his real name is Mordecai, but we just always called him Pan.
Mordecai, that's such a good panda name.
I just felt like he looked... It was the first ever present that Alex ever bought me. And I have photos of him when he was first bought, and then he's ragged now. he was so fluffy.
bless.
Now he literally, there's like part of his body... Because I fall asleep cuddling him every night. Like, I will be... If I'm Little Spoon, Pan is like even littler Spoon. And when I roll over to be Big Spoon for Alex, I will literally like pull Pan's arm around me so that he is the biggest spoon. we have to be cuddling. Otherwise, I worry about him. And I have, this is maybe crazy, but it makes me uncomfortable if I ever see him like I tuck him in when I get out of bed in the morning. I'll tuck him in because I don't like seeing him uncomfortable.
Oh my gosh.
It says the bear. The mother appears in dreams for many forms, and the bear being one of them. It was not a mother bear. The image may be of the possessive, devouring mother bear. No. Oh, hang on. If it is recognized in the dream that the bear is masculine, the image may then be of an overbearing person, or possibly the father. No, don't do that.
Overbearing.
Overbearing. Well, I mean, I guess it was like the bear wasn't really helping me very much. He was very much being like, you know, like when dogs don't want to be picked up and they just go like dead weight. The panda was doing that. But I can't think of there's not like a person who I feel like has been doing that. I can't think, no one's annoyed me recently. I don't feel like anyone's holding me back.
Oh my God, is it me?
No, I have been excited to be doing more stuff with you recently. You're the
Yay.
opposite of a big penis panda. And you can take that
That's
to
good
the
to
bank.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't think of anyone who it would. I'm trying to think if it's representative of something in my life either. Like, recently, I have been feeling slightly do you ever just do a stream and at the end of it or in the middle of it you just feel like I'm just really boring right now, like I don't have the spark. Sometimes you finish a stream and you're like, yeah, that was good, I entertained the people today, I did my job. Whereas the last 2 days of streaming I've finished and I've just been a bit like,
why do people watch me?
Yeah, like I wasn't really entertaining. I didn't really do anything. I wasn't high energy. So maybe I'm the piss panda. Maybe it's me.
Ooh.
Maybe I feel like I am just a big fluffy lump just being everywhere.
Oh,
that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Like it's just one of those things, I think, being a content creator where sometimes you do sort of get a bit like, am I entertaining enough? Am I fun? Was I funny today? I was kind of tired. I wasn't very fun, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, it's very easy to like get down on yourself as a result.
I think that's the thing. I think because I've like taken on this freelance editing stuff, and editing is just such like a different vibe. Like I'm just sitting quietly concentrating on stuff and get into the zone, and it's just quite nice to sit down and quietly be productive. But I think then when I go from that into streaming, I've already like zened myself, so I'm not very like it's like when I went for the walk yesterday. And then I got back and I just felt really like I could just happily sit in the sunshine right now and just smell the grass and just chill. And then because of that, I mean, I don't think I'm a very high energy streamer anyway. I think I tend to be quite, like, I'm not the sort of person who is like, oh, look, this is a good moment for the clips that let me shout poggers and be like, whoa. Like, I'm not. But I think I've had even less energy recently just because I've just felt very calm.
Yeah. It's not only that, but because of like all the editing and stuff, you have just been like working super hard. So you're probably more tired too.
Yeah.
You know, like when I came to see you guys when I was in Bristol, like you did seem a little bit more tired. Like, and I think it's just, you know, one of those things, like you got a lot on your plate and sometimes you do go through little phases where your streams aren't as high energy as a result, you know? But yeah, I don't think people are there in your stream for you to be screaming, poggers, clip that, PogChamp. So I think you're probably fine.
Sorry for anyone who came for the poggers and the clip champ. Not today.
Clip champ.
Clip champ. Pog.
Clip champ.
Champ. Pog. Pog clip.
Pog. Big poggies.
Yeah. But it's one of those that I don't feel like particularly like bad about it. Is that bad? Should I feel bad?
Yeah. No, don't feel bad.
But I think as well, do you ever get sort of like le petit mot when you finish a game that you've been enjoying? I think because this year, in the few short months that this year has had, because I had Contradiction, which I really enjoyed, and then I had Forgotten City, which I really enjoyed. And now I find myself before a stream just scrolling through my Steam list and being a bit like, Yeah,
what do I do? Yeah, no, I've had that lately as well. I've really, really experienced that. So I did Metroid Prime, which I really enjoyed. But I kind of did that to fill a gap, and then once I filled that gap, I was like, oh no, now what? Now what do I do? And I've not found a game that I'm playing long term so far that I really, really, really am excited to stream. Like at the moment, I'm playing the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy, which is great fun. And I'm so glad that I decided to play that because it's just really chill, fun, silly, and just makes for a nice stream. But I'm sitting here like, what do I do when I finish this?
Yeah, like I hate the in-between, like the lull. When you're like, okay, I know I need to do something, but I'll literally be like, I guess I'll just do like house flipper or something just for what.
Yeah.
But it's so nice when you are in that, you're in like a long-term game and you're excited for it and people are enjoying it. But then when it gets to the end and you're just like, ooh, what do I do?
Yeah, this like last year I started the year with Knights of the Old Republic, like the old Star Wars game. And man, I enjoyed that so much. That was probably my favorite thing that I streamed last year, that and Mass Effect. And I'm sitting here like, when will I find my Knights of the Old Republic of 2023? Meanwhile, chat is like, play Knights of the Old Republic 2. And I'm like, no.
That's the thing. I feel like
so maybe I should do that.
I think it's dangerous streaming something similar close to when you did the previous one, because I've had that before where like I really enjoyed XCOM 2 and I played through that and I was like, oh, this was so good. And then Rythian bought me Chimera Squad. So I was like, okay, I'll play that. Yeah. But because I played it off the back of XCOM 2, I didn't enjoy it because I was like, I just want to be playing XCOM 2 at the moment and it's not scratching that same itch. Whereas I feel like if I had have given it a gap, I would have enjoyed it more.
Honestly, yeah, I'm in exactly the same boat because I started this year with XCOM 2. I think that was the game that I jumped straight into after New Year and I loved it. And chat's like, play Chimera Squad. And I'm like, I will, but not right now. I give it a couple of months first, then I'll think about it. I don't want to just jump into a different XCOM game because I know I will be like, this is different. This is different. Let's just go back to XCOM.
It's like when I played Hollow Knight, which was like the first game I ever streamed, and then I think after that I went on to play Ori, maybe. But I was just like, I'd just rather be playing Hollow Knight. I don't like this. Whereas if I had given it a gap, maybe I would have enjoyed it more. I think it's good to have like a cycle of styles, so you're not comparing things too closely.
Definitely, yeah. For sure. I'm really enjoying playing like retro games at the minute though. Like stuff like, I mean, Metroid was a remaster, but the original was on GameCube. And then with the Pokemon trading card game as well, because that was for Game Boy, the regular Game Boy actually, not even Game Boy Color. Like people were coming into these games and they're like, oh my God, I played this when I was a kid. I love this game so much. And it's just so nice. Like I really prefer playing retro games to new releases on Twitch just because people seem to really relate to them. They're just like, oh my God, I remember playing this when I was a kid. I'm enjoying this so much. Like, have you done this yet? Have you done that? Like, I played this with my siblings and it's just such a nice vibe. Such a nice vibe. So I think I might have to just carry on with the retro game after the current one until I decide what to play.
It does feel so nice when you...
And just enjoy cozy retro
times. There's something like really comforting about having your schedule for the week sorted and knowing what you're playing. Because at the moment, I'm at that in-between stage of I'll go to do my schedule and I'm just there like, I know Minecraft on Friday, but other than that, ooh. And it's really sad as well when you like play one stream of a game that could possibly be your next long game and then you don't enjoy it and you're like, oh, okay, got to find the next one now.
What else can I do?
Or like,
oh no.
When other people tire of a game before you do, that's also a bad feeling. Like I would happily be playing Hades all day, every day. But I think people are a bit done with it now because I've done the start of the story So I'm just into just doing runs for the sake of doing runs, but also slowly picking up other story. But it's the way Hades works, it's not really like...
It's just sort of the same thing over and over, isn't it? With a little bit of dialogue in between.
I really love that dialogue.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm excited to carry on the story, but because it's like tiny little like snippets of story over 2 hours.
People watching have to sit through the same run over and over again. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Man, I suck at Hades. I'm so bad at it. I have never escaped the underworld.
That's the thing, like it does take so many goes. And you get better with every go as well. Like it rewards dying.
It does.
Dying is good.
And that is something that I definitely do.
I think I also have the thing of like, you know, when you fit into that category of streamers who people, this is obviously very nice, but people watch for you rather than the game a lot of the time, rather than being one of those streamers who people watch because they're good at the game. So I'm like not good enough at games to be a good at games type streamer. So I'm like, oh, got to keep up that variety because I'm not doing anything impressive otherwise.
Oh dear.
But yeah.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I totally get it. Just streamer things.
Yeah. Hashtag just streamer things. PogChamp. Clip champ.
PogChamp.
Kekwa.
Clip champ.
Waiting.
Kekwa. Waiting.
I feel like what started off as being a very haphazard dream actually makes a lot of sense when you look at the individual parts.
It sounds like it.
Herbie Craft Beds. Biff.
Yeah.
Panda.
I don't know what Spiff was doing there, but
just sieve things. Just
oh yeah, of course. Just sieve things.
Spiff.
He was just sieving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just sieving.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can we do the same for you? That's the question.
Yeah, I have a feeling mine will be similar in that it's like a bit random, but when you think about it, it's like, oh, it's because of this or this or this or this. I have a feeling that is going to be the case. It's bloody Xylus's fault. Jeez. Yeah, we can find out. Let's do it. Let's have a little listen. Okay, it's quite a long one. Sorry, everyone. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. I had a dream that I was going to the airport with my mum because we were going to go and get food there for some reason. And she was asking, like, what food do you want to get there? And I was like, I don't know. I don't really have a lot. It's just an airport. And when we got there, one of my sisters was there with her partner and their son. And she was in a wedding dress. And the son came up to me and my mum and was like, oh, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, we're just here for food. Like, do you want to come with us? And he kind of looked back at my sister while she and her partner walked off. And he looked a bit hesitant and then he walked off back with them. So me and my mum, we carried on. And then it turned out that it was a surprise and we were going to fly to Spain to get tapas and then fly back that night. So it was literally just like a flying visit, literally, to get some tapas. But the thing is, we were also flying alongside a bunch of pals because they were going there for work. But I was like, I don't have to work, I'm just going for tapas. When we got to the airport, like lounge, Bryony was there and she was taking weird pictures with like filters on her phone, so she had funny faces. And then we were walking through the lounge and I was with Silas and he saw Ped and he was like, what's Ped doing here? And Ped like shouted back across the room like, the same thing you're doing here. And Silas was like, oh. Then we carried on walking. We were on the flight, we were in first class at the very front of the plane in our own little bit. And when we eventually landed, I joined the others in their sort of thing that they were doing. In the end, I didn't go for my tapas. I think in the dream I was going to go after. and I went to a long room. I was a bit lost at first, but eventually I found it. And basically there was a task there for us all to do. So we had to split into 2 teams. They basically said, does anybody have any rings on them, or are they wearing red? And I was like, well, I'm wearing a ring. And they went, okay, you go on the right-hand side. Okay. So I went on the right, and I was with Silas and a couple of other people. And the task was, well, our team had to make a pizza and like a small appetizer, I think. And the other team had to make a burger and maybe an appetizer as well. But also, it had to be Final Fantasy themed, and there were pianos on the stove, and you played the piano kind of to power it. And I was sitting next to Silas, and it had like suggestions for Final Fantasy songs to play. And Silas was just playing them. He was very good at playing the piano. And I was like, bloody hell, I didn't know you could play the piano. And he was like, it's easy, look. And he just pointed at a thing that said like what notes to press. And I was trying to do it, and the piano just wasn't working. I was like, fucking hell, Silas. So I started trying to make a pizza. But it wasn't like a proper pizza. It was like making a pancake. Like you had the mix in a jug and you had to pour it into a frying pan. And I kept trying to do it, and it was just sticking and not working. It would turn into a pizza paste, but just not a very good one. And Silas just wasn't there after that. And I looked, and he went right down the other end of the room to where the other team was. And he was making all of his food there, and he was doing really well. He came wandering over with a massive burger, which the other team was supposed to make. So he just obviously finished his job and just started making what they were doing. Meanwhile, I was just messing around with pizza bases, and none of them were working, so I threw them in the bin. There's a table of judges that were all watching us, which I think was full of like old teachers and stuff. It was like a cooking show, and I was just like, oh my god, this isn't working, I'm panicking. And there was a table at the end that had like extra ingredients and more dough and stuff, but I didn't check it until the very last minute, because the girl next to me had like other ingredients, and I was like, where did you get those? She was like, there's a table up there. Oh, so I ran up there, and there was dough there, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't have to make my own dough, I just could have taken this. So I grabbed some dough and some extra ingredients. I ran back to my seat, and I was trying to knead it, and then one of my teachers came around and was like, you have 1 minute left. And someone was like, oh my god, there's a rat pizza here, it's really cute. And someone was like, oh, must be Kirsty's. And I was like, I have not done anything. I will happily take credit for it because I've done nothing. And I'm there just desperately trying to knead this dough, and it just wasn't working. So I just threw it on the table, and I just stormed out. And the teacher was like, sit down. I was like, no. So I stormed out into like the airport station, which was kind of like a train station at that point. And I sat down on a bench, and I was just sobbing. And the teacher came out and was like, it's okay, don't worry, like, what happened? And I was like, well, Silas was next to me at the beginning, and I was waiting for him to come back, because I wanted him to like help me with the piano and the dough, because he's good at cooking. But then he moved, and he didn't want to like sit with me, and I didn't realise we'd started, and then I just panicked. And then everyone started filing out because they'd finished, and you know, that they did the whole thing of like, oh, well done everyone, like you all did such a good job. And everyone was like, oh, I had so much fun. And I was just sitting there sobbing, because I would have enjoyed that so much if I'd done it properly, but I didn't. And I woke up and I was really sad. And that was it. The end.
Oh,
The end.
no.
I'm sad. And then I went on my PC, joined Discord, and yelled at Silas.
That guy. That guy.
Frickin' Silas, am I right? Can't
Oh my
believe this.
Your poor pizza.
My poor pizza. So yeah, it was like a cooking competition, and we had to cook the pizza. And I just did an awful job. I just did bloody terrible. And it was all Silas's fault.
Yeah, because he
should have
knows
helped me.
pizza. He could have bloomin'. Wait, what is it? Is it Silas that calls it Zar?
Lemon Silas.
Oh, Silas.
Yes, it is. Zar. Oh, Silas.
I got to make an appearance with my weird photos. That was nice.
You did, yeah. You were taking weird pictures. Like you were doing like filter pictures.
Sounds
so just
like
like
me.
silly ones. Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna look up that. But I have a feeling it won't be in. It is not in the. It is not in the book.
What the heck?
It's got
Why
food
not?
in general, but not. It's just got like bread, cake, fruit, milk, onion. Why? Why?
I see.
Onion.
What about like
All things
piano?
gets its
'Cause
own
you had to.
part.
Yeah, why onion? But yeah, you had to like cook the pizza using a piano, which was weird. And you know, in real life, I would have given that a good go, but I just couldn't do it in game.
Dream.
I couldn't in game in Dream.
Piano
I
has
just couldn't
its
do
own
it.
section. That's
Dream.
quite a big section, actually.
Oh,
Piano playing is something which satisfies all the aesthetic senses. The piano appearing in dreams is a symbol of our own creativity. Just as in everyday life, we need to learn and practice playing the piano, so we also need to learn and practice using our creativity. You need to learn and practice making pizza.
I see.
Make a lot of pizza and
I
give it to
do.
me.
Yeah. Just make pizza. Okay.
It also says one of
Yeah,
the
you see what
aspects
I
of
mean.
piano playing is that we are creative with someone else's work. Few of us actually compose our own music. It may be that we need to look at our workaday situation in the light of making something happen in order to use our best potential. What does that mean?
What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know.
I guess, is it like because when you're... A lot of people learn the piano to play other people's music, so it's creative, but you're not being creative yourself. So it's like, don't make your pizza how they're telling you to. You make your own pizza. You have... Everyone will be like, oh, I'll have the
Make
Kirsty,
your own
please.
damn pizza.
And what would... If you invented a pizza,
Well,
what would the Kirsty be?
Well, in the dream, it was just a pile of dough that I threw at the floor.
Beautiful.
But in real life, well, I mean, my Domino's order, it's not a lot of people's cup of tea, but my Domino's order, right? I get the barbecue sauce base because it's delicious, and I get stuffed crust with pepperoni on top, chilies, like jalapenos on top. Sometimes I go for pineapple as well, because pineapple and chilies is a very good pizza topping, and people rag on pineapple, but honestly, pineapple with jalapenos and pepperoni, a very good combination. It's like sweet and sour.
See,
It's very nice.
I can never weigh in on the pineapple thing because I've just never tried it. Because I guess pineapple, am I right in thinking pineapple is there to balance out like the saltiness of ham?
Yeah, exactly. And it does the same thing with pepperoni as well. And it works. It's very good. I am all for pineapple on pizza. We're gonna lose viewers, but never mind.
Well, should I pretend I have like a
A strong opinion.
yeah, so then we
Yeah.
have the balance and people can
Go on
just choose
then.
between us. I think it's despicable. You should
Oh, my
reevaluate
God.
your
No.
life.
Oh, the dream book says that too.
Grrr. That's what it says. I looked up pineapple and it said, you're wrong.
But honestly, like fruit on pizza is
Yeah.
genuinely so good when it's paired with something that's really salty. Like I think it was either date or fig pizza with blue cheese, which
Yeah.
sounds like such a weird combination, but damn, it was so good. It was so good. Just something sweet and something salty on a pizza. Delicious. Delicious.
I'll have to give it a go. Like, obviously with some sort of like seitan or something, but actually, I think you can get some really nice like pepperoni, as they call it. What's it called? Squeaky Bean. I think they do a nice one. Supposedly.
Oh, Squeaky Bean does such good stuff. Yeah.
Yes, I could try it in my own fashion, and then I can weigh in on the big topics such as this.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be meaty either. Like, you can get like fake. Do you like blue cheese? I mean, like vegan?
No.
No. Okay, I wasn't sure. I think just even like cheese and fruit, like, you know, you have it on crackers. Why not on pizza?
I think because I this is very unexciting fact about me. I'm allergic to penicillin, and because blue cheese has penicillium in it, a lot of people who are allergic to one are allergic to the other. So blue cheese, I don't know if I don't like the taste because it's my body being like, no, don't do it, sort of thing.
Don't do it.
But yeah, I did try like a vegan one, and I was still a bit like, oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah. You don't want to hurt yourself with the cheese.
Inbuilt warning system of, nope, stop,
don't do it. No, that makes sense.
I want pizza now.
Me too.
Is it bad that, so we had this guy stop by and be like, the gas is broken in your area, we're going to turn off your gas for a bit. And my very first thought wasn't for like the safety of anything. My very first thought was, is that an excuse to order pizza?
Oh.
Like, well, the hob's off, what are you going to do, eh?
It's pizza time.
Ignore the fact that I have literally an air fryer, an induction hob, a kettle, and an oven that all work fine.
No, just get pizza. Yep. The gas ain't working. It's pizza time.
Well, what's it gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Oh
dear. I had the gas man ring me this morning.
Oh,
they're out and about today. The gas boys. Yeah. Well, I had a phone call, and my instant reaction to phone calls is they are trying to con me.
Yeah.
So I had this gas man ring me, and he was like, hello, I'm with so-and-so company, which I'd never heard of before. I'm here to talk about your boiler service. And I was like, well, my energy company does my boiler service. And he was like, yes, I work with them. They are so-and-so, my energy company. And you're so-and-so, you're Kirsty, and you live at so-and-so. And I was like, oh, okay, so you know my address and my full name. You might not be a con man.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be, but you might not be.
It's difficult to know, though, because I'm on Nextdoor, which is basically all of the most paranoid of my neighbours expressing all of their deepest fears. And you get sucked in because they'll be like, there was a scam today. Someone turned up at my door and they said they're from there, but I don't know if they are. And it does make you just think like, oh, can't trust anyone.
Like, I'm just like, the boiler company, energy company they'll email me. It'll be fine. Like, I don't want a rando ringing me and saying, can I come to your house to look at your boiler now? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm working today. I was laying in bed. Oh, no, I'm at work. You can't come. Sorry.
I had the same thing I applied for a smart meter. I applied for the smart meter, but then I got an email back from like a really dodgy looking, it was like an email that had absolutely no formatting whatsoever saying like, okay, we can do your smart meter at this day. And I was like, I don't trust this. I don't think this is real. So then I cancelled it. I called up the company that is actually my company to cancel it. And then the fact that they were like, oh, yeah, we can see the appointment, we'll cancel that. And then I was like, well, hang on, that means it was real and I didn't need to cancel it.
Actually, I've changed my mind.
By that point, I was like, okay, thank you. That's good. I just couldn't believe it was like, it honestly looked like the fakest email.
Yeah.
There was like no pictures, no company logo. No, it was just like unformatted block of text. I was like, I'm not falling for this.
Yeah, I'm too smart for this.
Never catch me.
You'll never catch me alive.
I like that you had.
Yeah, I just don't trust phone calls.
Like that you had tapas in your dream.
Thank you.
There's a really nice tapas place that I want to go back to called Kucha. And every time but one that I've eaten there, I've just had to get like a standard meal. But I went there with a group of friends, and one of my friends was happy to actually do the whole tapas menu with me. And I was very happy because I was like, I finally can try the little bits. Because I like having, like, I feel like it's like the ADHD of meals. Like, you can just get distracted by the next thing and be like, oh, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And I like it.
I love that. I've never had proper tapas before, and I would love to.
Next time you're in Bristol.
Yeah, I never got my tapas.
We go to Kucha.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. But yeah, I've never had proper tapas. And me and my mum were going to fly to Spain for an evening and go and get tapas. But then Xylus attacked.
All was well until the Xylus attacked.
Xylus and his pizza. But yeah, I think, like, you see what I mean when I say, like, I feel like this is one of those dreams where it's like, oh, actually, this has a deeper meaning. You clearly are really lacking self-confidence, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can't play the piano, you can't make the pizza, everyone's doing great and you're not, etc., etc. Like, it is so obviously one of those stress dreams. And yeah.
It's so funny the way that our subconscious wraps up these things for us instead of being like instead of me having a standard dream where I do a stream and I feel a bit boring, it's like, what if a panda pissed on you? And then you have to be like, oh, I get it. And you're like,
oh, I see, yeah.
Instead of just a dream where you get more confidence, it's like, no, throw the dough on the floor.
Throw the dough on the floor and storm out crying. Like, okay. Yeah, and again, like, I had teachers from school there as well that were like judging it.
Yeah.
The one that followed me out when I stormed out was like one of the old IT teachers. And yeah, no, and there were just like people from school that were also doing the pizza competition, as well as Xylus. People that I've not thought about for like years.
Yeah, all stored away in little subconscious boxes.
Yeah. But no, I think it was definitely like just one of those dreams where I was just feeling not very confident. Like when I was in Bristol, I felt great. But as soon as I get home and like I say, like I get back into my routine, I start to feel a bit bleh again because, you know, I'm away from my friends and, you know, I'm just kind of in a bit of a rut. And I think that's probably where it came from.
Yeah.
Like, especially like with streams as well. It's like, because I'm feeling a little bit down, the streams, I feel like, again, same as you, I feel like I'm being kind of boring on stream because I'm just kind of like, where I just want to be in bed. Yeah. So I think definitely the dream sort of translated that to Xylus ditching me.
Unbelievable. When you needed your friends the most, he turns on you.
He left. He turned on me and went to the other side of the room to make pizza. How dare.
How very dare.
How dare.
I've been so tempted to get one of those little pizza ovens that Silas has. I bloomin' love stone-baked pizza.
Oh, God, yeah. Pizza's just the best, man. It's so good. It's so good.
So spenny, though. Like, the oven.
Oh, God, yeah, I bet. How much are they? Like, where do you put them? Are they, like, are they small enough to be in a kitchen?
Yeah, they're just little, like, ones that go on your work surface sort of thing. I can't remember how much they are. I did look at them before. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, I would love one. All to right. Be able to cook that sort of... See, this is the problem. Alex and I have very different pizza loves. Like, I love the stone-baked, like, thin pizza, whereas he loves the big, bready, chunky pizza. So whenever we order pizza from somewhere, one of us is like, it's okay. We always have to have that balance of, like, who's getting their favourite pizza tonight and who's getting the okay pizza.
Oh, bless. No, I'm with you. I like the really thin crust.
I used to be all about
Thick
chunky.
crust pizza. I'm not a fan of chunky
I always
pizza.
used to go for like proper deep pan, but then one day I was like, hang on, I'm just filling up on bread and the topping to bread ratio is all off. Whereas if I get the thin one, it's all the yummy things. It's so much better. But yeah,
Exactly.
I still like it.
Chunky. Yeah, it's like deep dish pizza. Like I'm not a fan of deep dish.
Yeah.
I do not like.
I think my favorite, like, of the standard pizzas is Papa John's do really good vegan pizza, but it's so much nicer
Yes,
the
they
next day
do.
reheated. Oh, sometimes I'm tempted
God,
to
pizza
like
always
order
is.
it, let it go cold, and then reheat it before I eat it. Because I swear it's just
Yeah, no,
oh.
pizza is like just takeaway in general, man. Like pizza, Indian, Chinese, it's always so good the next day.
Yeah.
So good. And I want pizza now. Sorry, everyone. Sorry. Pizza.
Pizza. And Xylus can't stop you.
Pizza. Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Gonzalez.
Well, I feel like we got to the bottom of both our dreams. It's just
I feel like we did
anxiety. We did it. Yet again.
Anxiety!
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Wow, we're so good at this.
Yeah. Just every week we just discover a new thing we're worried about. We're thriving.
Woohoo!
But thank you everyone for listening, and thank you Kirsty for another lovely chat.
Thank you, Bryony.
And
Thank you.
we'll have to think about our 50th episode that's coming up in a few episodes.
Oh my gosh.
That's a problem for future
Yeah, we
us to
will.
worry about.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry. We're going to be past Kirsty and Brandy by that point. It won't be our problem.
We don't have to worry about it at all.
I wouldn't want to be those guys.
Yeah. Good luck, losers.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you
Well, thank you.
for a chat. Thank you for a listen. The two go together very well.
I do. Thank you so much, everybody.
Do we have a question for the good
Ooh, yeah.
people?
What's your favorite pizza topping?
Nice.
And why is it pepperoni?
Yeah.
Yours isn't, I know. Yours is pepperoni.
Well, I always go for the like peppers.
You go for like just
peppers,
cheese
onions,
and stuff,
sweet
don't you?
corn.
Oh, peppers. Oh, you go for like the veggie delight.
Yeah, like the garden party or garden supreme or whatever they're called. Like that. That's always my jam. Oh,
That's fair. That makes sense.
oh
I'm a dirty pepperoni lover.
It is dirty. You threw it on the floor.
I did, yeah.
Well, let us know, everyone. And until next time, bye-bye for now.
Bye bye for now.
Bye-bye.